Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. I've got a few things to share with you today, one of which is my new digital kit that I'm super excited about and I'm really proud of. This is called Vinca Victoria and it's now available in my Etsy shop. It's 25 pages total. There's 12 or 13 journal pages, 13 I think, and then 12 pages of pockets and ephemera. Little backstory on why I created this kit. If you have followed my projects enough, you know how I am about symmetry, things being symmetrical and things being all matchy and coordinating. I don't know, I'm just really weird that way. So I created a digital kit that I think follows my crafting personality and maybe that of others who are a lot like me. So let's just jump in and we'll kind of go through things. So this is a blank page for journaling on, and it is lined. Okay, and following with my typical, it's symmetrical with the Vinca vines on each side. I tried to make sure this was as detailed as possible. So there's drop shadowing and inner shadowing on all the images. This one is the same as the other page, only this one is completely blank. The background, not sure how well it shows up on camera, is a modeled, it's a gradient pattern, so it's a kind of a purplish blue and fades into a pale pink up at the top, and then it's distressed with a lot of like dust specks and paint particles. This is just a plain background without the flowers. So these would all make great pages to put on the back side, as well as this one. This one has some faint writing, but you can journal right over the top of it because it is very faint. This cute little ballerina over some music pages. So, and it is positioned properly to where when it is printed out and you fold it in half, it all stays on the correct side of the paper. So just little details like that are important to me. There's another journaling page. I made these to match because, you know, I'm matchy. So we've got a dictionary page here. Some lined paper layered. Okay, and again, when you fold it over, everything stays on the proper side of the page. So, and then this one matches. It's just like the other one, only it's different image and a different backer. Okay, so you know, you could print these on the reverse side of each other if you wanted to. Okay, these follow the same way. They are kind of an invert of each other. Okay, so then they match or mirror each other. And again, you could print them on the reverse of each other. This one is one of my favorites. This one has a really faint script in the background. It's light enough you can write over the top of it with a pen. And we have this beautiful lady over here. Everything has drop shadows, so it appears to be laying on the paper. This one makes a pretty backer page. The opacity has been turned way down, so everything's very faint. Okay, and then this is a collage page. I have two different kinds. This one is where things are sort of hodgepodged, piled on like they would on a desk. Okay, and this one, things are a little more layered at perpendiculars. Okay, and these would be great to like cut up and use for trims or pockets, use on journaling cards and tags, whatever. Or you can put them in just as a page, like a signature cover page. That's what I was kind of thinking when I made those. Okay, so that's the papers. Here's the ephemera. We have a library pocket with the backer piece and a matching card. Got some tickets that you can cut out. I kind of meant for them to be cut out in one section together, so it makes some embellishing for you. These are little mini journal covers, so you could put just a few pieces of paper in it and bind it and tuck it down in a pocket of your journal to make a little mini book. I couldn't decide whether or not I liked it better with the little brads on or the brads off, and my husband wasn't much help. He said just put them both on the same sheet and let people choose for themselves. Okay, so here we have two corner pockets. There's this one and this one. I don't think my lighting is doing very well for this. I'll pull this over here, see if that helps any at all. And so they are kind of symmetrical, so if you wanted to put them on a page spread, on one on each side, then you could do that. Just some little circles that you can use for embellishing, and a little Vinca description from a flower book. Pockets, again, matchy-matchy, because that's how I am. So that'd be your left pocket and your right pocket, and left pocket and right pocket. And these are just large full-size tags. I think these measure like 6.5 inches tall. So they would fill up quite a bit on a page if you put them in a large pocket. We've got an extra library card here. This one's a little different than the one on the other page. Postcard for a journaling card. And then these are belly bands. So I don't use a lot of belly bands, but I do see that a lot of you use them. So I tried to make these be to where they could be the full size on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So if you were folding your journal pages in half like this, the belly band, I gave it just a little bit of extra room on the top and the bottom there, but you could clip that off and it would be the full width of your page to tuck things behind it. So that was my thought process on that. And for her, you would want to cut around the edges here, so it's sort of dimensional. Okay, this is like a coin envelope or a seed envelope style. And this would be a journaling card for it. There's a very faint Vinca vine, and it is very faintly lined. Okay, and so you would just want to cut this out. And you could either make 2 cards out of this or glue the front and the back together. A little bit of washi tape type strip that you can use for embellishing. Again, another washi style strip and an envelope. And then this would be the flap on the envelope is trimmed in a lace trim. Another envelope. And so I was really very careful that when you fold the envelope up, then the music is facing the right direction on the back. And then when you face the flap down, the music is facing the right direction. So that drives me crazy when I fold an envelope up and then the back side, the images are upside down. Okay, here's some washi trim. And we have some tickets. And smaller tags. These are like 3.5 maybe. And then some very small tags. And then we have some banners that you could use for making altered paper clips or just glue on the tops of your pages. And then we have some tabs that you would just cut and fold and glue on. So just cut the whole thing out and then fold it on the middle, across the middle there. A little bit of ephemera. Okay. So the size on that, just to give you an idea there. So it's ephemera size, it's not full page size. And then some journaling cards. There's 4 of these. This one. There's one here, which would have a little writing space on this side and then writing space on the back. In the back you have, there it says Vinca, that comes from an old, very, very old, late 1800s gardening encyclopedia that I have. Okay, and so these journaling cards and the ephemera pieces, you would want to back those with maybe something plain like that, or any of these really. So okay, that's that. That's the digital kit. So hope you like that. It's in my shop, and I'll make sure I put the link for it below. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to share. I picked up this paper pad a while back, and I'm using it in a journal for someone. And it's just so pretty. I had to get another one. So I thought, well, before I cut this one apart again, I would share it with you. This one's called Gardenia. I picked it up at Joann Fabrics on sale, so I didn't pay full price for it because this is a little more of a pricier pad. I think it was like $25 regularly. Gardenia. What's cool about it is made with what they call responsible paper sources. So they are conscientious about using recycled or ethically sourced paper. So I'll just flip through this. It is just gorgeous. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to zoom it down. You don't need to see the whole 12 by 12 at one time. So I'll zoom it down so you can see the details. So some of these are pearlescent, like this one. So you can see it kind of shimmer in there a little bit. And it is pearlescent on the back, which I love. I think that's very cool. This one is also pearlescent and pearlescent on the back. This one has a very heavy linen texture. And it's very heavy feeling. It almost feels like wallpaper. This one does as well. It has a linen texture, very thick, very heavy. This one is not pearlescent and it's not linen, but the quality of the paper, it just feels heavenly under your fingers. It really does. This one is raised. Do you call that embossing? Maybe the ink of the words is raised, so I guess you call that embossing. This one is printed on the back, dragonflies, and there's this one with the butterflies. Also printed on the back with coordinating stripes. I just love this paper pad. If I could own 10 of them, I would. We have some trees and a matching paper on the back side. Ladybugs, matching paper on the back. This is birdhouses. And we have these little rain boots or mud boots on the back. I love this one. The leaves, and it has acorns and pine cones, and then on the back is like dragonflies and butterflies. And then this page here, which was originally why I bought this pad, because I loved this paper that I wanted to use in a journal I'm making for someone. So, but I fell in love with the rest of the paper pad too. So I've just had to buy another one. And now I want to go back and get another one. So that I don't hoard them. I find if I own multiples, I don't hoard them. If I only own one, I hoard them. Okay, there's that paper pad. And then one last thing I wanted to show you was just kind of a quick shout out and thank you from my friend Barb. We're kind of pen pals. We exchange a little bit of happy mail, and she makes the cutest cards. And I'll make sure I put Barb's Instagram below. She posts all of her cards that she makes and sends out. She sends so many cards to people, and she's such a blessing. That she's just a beautiful person. Anyway, here is the card she sent me for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And she has the most beautiful handwriting. So there's that. And then she sent me a lovely letter, and then explaining where she got the handkerchiefs or the napkins and handkerchiefs from. So I think a few of these are napkins, few are handkerchiefs, but she thought I could use them in some journals. And she's right. She thought if nothing else, I can at least use the trims on them, but I know I'll use them all. And she was so generous to share these with me. She received a large collection from someone, and she kind of wanted to pass on a little bit of it. I love this one. The flowers, they're velvety feeling, so I don't know that that shows up on the camera, but they're very soft like velvet. And here's a little hanky. And here's this one. So pretty. And this one, which I think is my favorite. And this one, also my favorite. So aren't those gorgeous? Okay, I am going to go. I will speak to you all very, very soon. Thanks for stopping by and spending a few minutes with me. Take care. Stay safe. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.